Lightning splits the midnight sky. You jolt awake to thunder rattling your windows. The air feels alive, humming with possibilities and threats. Your heart drums wildly, a deep urgency filling your lungs. Outside, you sense a presence bigger than your fears. Tonight marks a threshold you never asked for but cannot avoid. A lone streetlight flickers, casting shadows across her living room floor. They slither and stretch. The phone glows with the time, 4:44 a.m., a curious sign. You inch toward the window, compelled to see who or what lurks beyond. The faint taste of ozone on your tongue hints a change. Your palm presses against the cold glass, summoning memories of another moment that felt like a seismic shift. Back then, someone whispered your destiny would align with a force bridging wealth and grace. You laughed it off as idle fantasy. Yet here you stand, tingling with the same cosmic resonance. The thunder bellows again, and something flickers across your spine. This night is no ordinary event. Old burdens weigh heavy, even as a new energy bristles at the edges of your awareness. You sense watchful eyes hidden in the gloom. Oddly, fear doesn't tighten its grip. A primal courage stirs, urging you to meet the unknown head-on. You recall the locked doors in your life, careers that stalled, relationships that never blossomed, aspirations always just out of reach. Lately, an unseen hand seems to be turning keys in those dusty locks. Doors are cracking open in ways you didn't know were possible. Every nerve in your body vibrates with the promise of an approaching presence. Someone fated to help. Lightning flares, catching your reflection in the window. Your eyes are wide, your pulse drumming in your ears. Outside, the wind rips leaves from the trees, swirling them across the porch like restless spirits. You taste electricity in the air, that crisp tang signaling a cosmic overture. Change is near, so near you can feel its static cling. Somehow you know there's no turning back. A hush settles over the room, as though waiting for your decision. You can't ignore the pounding in your chest or the whisper in your mind. Prepare. The night demands a response. Will you cower behind walls of doubt or fling open the gates to your promised road? Your trembling hand grazes the doorknob, breath shallow, heart on fire. Exhaling, you half expect a menacing figure on your doorstep. Instead, there's only the dim hush of midnight and the low rumble of thunder. Still, you know better than to assume emptiness. The signs converge in the silence. The electric wind, the flickering light, the unshakable sense that 444 is an omen. Whatever stands beyond this door, it's bound to change everything. Your blood surges with anticipation. Tonight is the prologue to a grander narrative, a cosmic orchestration slipping into motion. You can almost hear the locks turning, the iron chains snapping loose. Something has been set in motion by hands invisible yet undeniably real. With each passing second, you edge closer to the unknown ally who comes bearing keys for doors you can never unlatch. The next act has begun. Your body jerks with anticipation, the aftershocks of last night's storm still reverberating under your skin. Dawn unravels across the sky in purples and pinks, but your heart refuses to calm. A quiet ringing in your ears intensifies, as though you're dialed into a frequency too high for ordinary senses. You taste adrenaline at the back of your throat, a metallic tang that won't dissolve. You replay the stories you once told yourself. No one will ever come to help. No one wealthy or loving is going to change my fate. Yet a buzzing certainty now crackles in your veins. Something stirs in the morning air, an otherworldly indication you can't ignore. The phone on your side table lights up with trivial notifications, but everything feels far from trivial. Your mind returns to the symbolic door you couldn't open for years. Countless closed opportunities, lost chances, stagnated dreams. Then an uncanny flash. Someone stepping out of a polished car, elegance radiating from their posture, a ring of keys shining in their hand. It feels more like a vision than a daydream, complete with the faint scent of leather and cedar. You blink and it's gone. Stepping away from the window, you try to steady your breath. The city outside hums with routine. Car horns, trash trucks, neighbors heading to work. It used to drown you in a sense of smallness, But today it feels like the overture to a bigger plan. In your mind, you see last night's digital clock reading 4:44, pulsing like a hidden code from some higher realm. A gust wafts through the open window, carrying the smell of fresh earth after rain. It brushes against your cheek, a gentle prompt to stay alert. Everything is alive with possibility, as though the cosmos itself is holding its breath. You notice the crows again, perched on a distant wire. They call in unison, three sharp cries that resonate through your chest. The moment vibrates with meaning. Your phone rings. An unknown number. The silence between rings pounds against your ears. Erase it. Breath caught in your throat. Could this be the fateful call you've long envisioned? The hush before you tap except feels charged with prophecy, as if all waiting converges into this single heartbeat. A drop of sweat trickles down your temple, matching the staccato of your pulse. Pressing the green icon, you hear a voice that sounds poised yet warm. It feels oddly familiar, like an echo from a forgotten dream. They speak of opportunity, mention a name you faintly recognize, outline a venture that matches what you've always craved but never achieved. You can barely concentrate on the actual words. You're too busy sensing the radiant undercurrent in their tone. As the conversation unfolds, a wave of reassurance seeps into your limbs. That unsettled knot in your stomach starts to loosen. For a moment, you imagine the locked corridors of your past sliding open. You see yourself stepping through, no longer alone in forging your path. The voice on the line becomes a lifeline, a single thread connecting you to a much larger tapestry. When you end the call, your heart gallops with a mix of fear and rapture. This is real. Someone with the resources you lacked is choosing you, seeing something in you worth backing. The city's noise intensifies outside, as if in celebration. You've accepted a cosmic invitation, and there's no turning back. It feels as though the entire universe is whispering, "Ready yourself." Soon after dawn, a sliver of doubt slinks into your mind. The phone call from your benefactor plays on a loop, igniting optimism. Yet you can't shake the nagging sense that something is off. The crisp morning air tastes slightly bitter, a subtle warning that dark undercurrents swirl beneath this rising tide of hope. You sense a hidden figure working behind the scenes. You notice it in the edgy silence when you mention your newfound opportunity to old friends, in the forced smiles that crack at the corners of their lips. A fleeting headache squeezes your temples whenever you recall your conversation with the person who promises to open doors. It's as though invisible hands want to tangle your thoughts. Memories surface of every sabotage you've endured. Investments lost, offers evaporating at the last second, alliances undone by rumors. Each time, the pattern felt too coincidental. Now you suspect there's a single puppet master orchestrating these dead ends. You recall moments when a friend, seemingly supportive, asked pointed questions and made you doubt your own worth. It was subtle, a trickle of poison you almost missed. A phone call snaps you back to reality. The so-called friend greets you, voice layered with an odd kindness. They're curious about your big break, pressing for details that feel too personal. You hear a sharp edge beneath their words, a primal envy disguised as interest. The city outside roars with morning traffic, but in your ears only your pulse echoes. You try to dismiss the paranoia, but clues multiply. You catch glimpses of cryptic social media posts that cast doubt on your character. An email thread references concerns about your track record. The betrayals form a constellation of suspicion. You can almost taste metal on your tongue when you dwell on it too long, as if you're swallowing static electricity. In the back of your mind, the angel number 444 resurfaces, a ghostly reminder that higher forces watch your journey. Whether it's a warning or a shield, you can't decide. You recall the hush you felt after last night's call, the sense that the cosmos had your back. Yet for every cosmic reassurance, there's a lurking presence eager to topple you. You flick through mental images of snide remarks, unexplained delays, friends who never seemed happy for your small successes. One face stands out, the person who once said your dreams were naive. You always gave them the benefit of the doubt. Now the puzzle pieces realign. Could they be the silent hand behind your struggles? Your gut churns. Anger sparks in your chest. You consider confronting them, ripping away the mask, but you hold back. Strategy might serve you better than raw fury. The day's light grows bright, but your spirit feels an approaching storm. Standing at the window, you watch as birds scatter in the sky, flying from a shadow you can't yet see. Resolute, you vow to bring this shadow to light. You won't let sabotage rob you of a destiny finally inching within reach. If someone has been orchestrating your failures, you'll unravel their schemes thread by thread. The hush that follows your resolve is electric, as if the universe is bracing for the moment the veil tears open. The die is cast and betrayal will soon be named. Hours later, you sit in your dimly lit living room, staring at an email that all but confirms your worst suspicions. The subject line seems harmless enough, but the attachments reveal the truths. Transcripts of conversations, times and dates of hush-hush meetings, a blatant strategy to discredit you. Your stomach clenches as you scroll. Each word a knife in your back. How did they gather such detailed information about your personal struggles? The meeting notes reek of collusion. Bullet points outline specific opportunities you lost, ones your contact had steered away from you. You feel sick, yet there's a strange relief in the clarity. Finally, you hold proof that everything wasn't just your imagination running wild. You set the phone down, adrenaline coursing through your veins. Outside, the city glimmers with evening lights, oblivious to your revelation. A siren wails in the distance, slicing the silence. The air in your apartment feels dense, as if it's pressing in. You rub your eyes, trying to digest how meticulously you were targeted. Flipping back to the documents, one name surfaces again and again. The old friend whose voice tripped faux concern earlier. They've been feeding toxic rumors and forging alliances to keep you locked out of certain circles. Betrayal never looked so methodical. You recall the bitter taste in your mouth whenever they texted for updates. Now you know precisely where their interest led. A wave of anger surges, but you catch sight of the clock on your screen. 7:44. The triple force stands out. 444. A quiet sign that you're not alone in this fight. You close your eyes, inhaling the stuffy air. The evidence is in your hands. Knowledge is power, and you intend to wield it. Your phone vibrates. A new message from the benefactor who called days ago. They remain confident, even enthusiastic about your ideas. Relief washes over you. Perhaps they haven't been swayed by the lies. The thought reaffirms that your destiny isn't just a fluke. Something bigger orchestrates these events. You make a plan. Dragging the betrayer into public confrontation might cause immediate chaos, but you also refuse to stay silent. If you play it right, you could expose their manipulations at the perfect moment. Your heart pounds at the risk, but the alternative, doing nothing, feels worse. You're done being a passive victim. In the next hour, you reach out to a trusted ally or two, sending parts of the evidence in your story. Their shock comes through in disjointed replies. They promise to stand by you if trouble escalates. Outside, a car horn blares, an echo of your internal alarm. The city's glow flickers, neon and unstoppable, reflecting your newfound determination. By nightfall, you feel the weight of 1,000 realizations. Yet your chest lightens with each breath. The betrayer's darkness no longer hides in the corners of your mind. It's spelled out in bold text. You recheck the attachments one last time, forging the bullet points into your mental armor. Let them come. You have the proof and a powerful ally at your side. Tomorrow you'll see who truly stands with you and who crumbles under the onslaught of truth. Early the next morning, a fine mist trails the streets as you step outside. The world feels hushed, like it's gathering breath for the battle ahead. You clutch your phone, half expecting another revelation. The tension lingers in your muscles, and you can still taste last night's adrenaline on your lips. First tremor. A call arrives from your betrayer before you've even reached the curb. They're feigning concern about ugly brew, miss. Their voice quivers with false empathy, prodding for information. You answer with measured calm, revealing nothing. When you hang up, your pulse gallops as though you narrowly dodged a bullet. The city stirs to life around you, but all you hear is the echo of your own heartbeat. Second tremor. You meet your benefactor in a sleek conference room, all glass and steel. You catch your reflection in the walls, steady, determined. They greet you with genuine warmth, launching into plans for your partnership. Relief floods your chest. A moment of reprieve. Then your phone vibrates again, unveiling a new set of leaked documents falsely accusing you of unethical behavior. Your benefactor's brows knit in concern, but they don't retreat. Together, you sift truth from fiction, forging trust in the face of rumor. The overhead lights drone with a buzzing hum, intensifying the surreal mood. You catch a glimpse of the time on a digital display. 10:44. The repeated 444 brands sears into your thoughts, a cosmic reminder that you're being guarded. Even as the second tremor rattles your composure, you feel a divine anchor in place. Third tremor. On your way out of the building, a text from an unknown number arrives, threatening blackmail if you refuse to cooperate. The words twist your stomach, but your anger flares bright. Any illusions about the betrayer's desperation are gone. The sabotage has escalated into open warfare. You step into the bustling street, the sounds of car engines and human chatter blending into static. A storm churns inside you. Still, you sense a counterforce, your benefactor by your side, unwavering. Their presence is a testament that not everyone in this world aims to exploit your weaknesses. They glance at the phone screen, read the vile message, and place a reassuring hand on your shoulder. The vow in their eyes is clear. You are not alone in this fight. You inhale the city's fumes, letting the reality sink in. War has officially commenced. The betrayer has fired their shots, hoping to fracture your alliances, to plant seeds of doubt. Yet all they've done is reveal how frightened they are of your impending success. You stand on the sidewalk, exhaling a swirl of tension. The neon signs overhead flicker, the entire block crackling with possibility. 3 tremors, 3 attempts to break your will. But you're still standing, forged stronger by each blow. You feel an undercurrent of fate pulling you forward, deeper into a story that merges cosmic alignment with your personal longing. As traffic surges around you, you glimpse your reflection in the windows of passing cars. Face resolute, eyes alight with defiance. This is a forging ground, and you refuse to be tempered into submission. When you finally retreat to a quiet corner, you can almost sense the hush of the cosmos spending closer. You've withstood the opening salvo. The next move is yours. Uncertainty thrums in your veins, but so does purpose. You turn your gaze skyward, the city lights bleaching out the stars. Yet you feel something luminous guiding you all the same. Let the war rage. You are ready. 2 days later, a ping on your phone jolts you out of bed. It's a message from the betrayer, sounding meek and rattled. They claim a change of height and plead for a private talk. The words ring hollow, even in text form. Still, you agree to meet, curiosity pricking your consciousness. The early morning air smells like vanilla, sweet yet tinged with caution. You find them in a corner cafe, hunched over a coffee cup. They won't meet your eyes. Mumbled half apologies spill from their lips about misunderstandings and outside pressures. It's a far cry from the suave confidence they showed when sabotaging your opportunities. Their phone rests face down on the table, a silent witness to the web they once spun. Superficial remorse coats their every syllable. You listen, arms folded, heart steeled. In the glossy surface of the cafe's pastry case, you see the betrayer's reflection overlapping your own. Their eyes dart with fear, while yours hold a calm inevitability. They want you to back off any retaliation. Their stammered apology lacks genuine repentance. Yet you sense their panic is real. The universe has flipped the script. Stepping outside into the sunlight, you exhale slowly, as if shedding an old weight. The emptiness of their apology no longer calls you. Instead, you recognize that something within you has shifted. The 444-444- pulses in your memory, a cosmic emblem that things are realigning. Across the street, a street musician strums a guitar. Soft chords brush against your chest, a gentle reminder of your new perspective. That evening, you join your benefactor at a philanthropic gala. Crystal chandeliers sparkle overhead, and polished floors reflect the brilliance of everyone present. The mood hums with optimism. Your benefactor introduces you to visionaries who share your aspirations. You mingle, sipping fizzy champagne that tastes of possibility. In a corner, you spot the betrayer, face drawn, standing awkwardly on the outskirts of conversation. Karma's reflection reveals itself starkly. They who once controlled your access now watch you rise. You feel relief wash over you, not because you crave their downfall, but because their power to harm you dwindles with every step you take into this brighter realm. A conversation with a prominent donor kindles your imagination. You realize your once distant dreams are within grasp. Catching your eye from across the room, your benefactor lifts a glass in silent salute. Warmth spreads in your chest. You've come far from the shadows where you doubted your worth. Tonight, all doors feel unlocked, the hinges well by favor. Meanwhile, the betrayer lingers in a space where no one truly sees them. Later, you slip onto a rooftop terrace. The city sprawls below, bathed in neon, while stars flicker faintly overhead. A faint breeze carries the scent of jasmine and promise. You close your eyes, letting the hush envelop you. In the back of your mind, 444 glimmers again. Each digit a stepping stone to a future no saboteur can deny you. You open your eyes with renewed clarity. The cosmic ledger has balanced in your favor. The antagonist's feeble apology lingers behind you, meaningless now. In your hands rests the power to move forward unburdened. You inhale the sweet air, reminded that even if you never hear genuine remorse, the path ahead is yours to walk, free and unchained. Morning sun streams through wide windows, painting your living space in warm member. Today is pivotal. You will finalize the agreement with your benefactor, securing resources once unimaginable. A quiet excitement skips along your nerves. Gone is the dread of locked doors. In its place, a calm conviction that the path ahead is wide open. Your phone paints a message from them. Doors are ready to open. Let's finalize details by noon. You read it twice, your lungs expanding with a deep, steady breath. Once upon a time, you questioned whether you were worthy of any grand dream. Now you stand on the cusp of building something bigger than you dared to imagine. The universe has been guiding you all along. Stepping outside, you catch the sharp scent of city bustle. Fresh coffee, car exhaust, hot pavement. It's a symphony of everyday life that no longer feels oppressive. Your steps carry more purpose now. You remember the humiliations, the manipulations, the relentless sense of being barred from your own destiny. All of that led you here, forging your resolve to press forward without fear. The meeting takes place in a chic office lounge. Your benefactor greets you with a genuine smile, ushering you toward a wide glass table. You can see a reflection in its glossy surface. Steady eyes, a posture that exudes confidence rather than desperation. This conversation brims with both practicality and vision, budgets, timelines, expansions, and beneath the business details, a deeper undercurrent of destiny hums. Mid-discussion, the overhead screen flickers briefly, displaying 4:44 p.m. A jolt of recognition surges through you. That recurring angel number returns in the midst of your final step. You let yourself smile. The comfortable chill of the air conditioning grazes your skin, and for a second it feels like the universe itself placed a seal on this moment. Ink meets paper, and you sign your name on the dotted line. Each stroke of the pen reverberates in your chest like the low rumble of distant thunder signaling victory. Years of rejections compress into this singular instant. When the final signature is done, a hush blankets the room like the pause before the first note of a grand orchestra. Your benefactor nods, a warm spark in their eyes. You step out into the bustling city street, documents in hand. The sky overhead, a glorious pale blue. The phone in your pocket buzzes with new possibilities. Meetings, collaborations, expansions. The hum of traffic, once intimidating, feels energizing, a testament to life's perpetual motion. Strangers hurry past, unaware you've just crossed into a future that was once barricaded behind iron gates. Pausing at the entrance of the towering building, you glance at your reflection in the glass doors. The old you stands beside the person you've become, a ghost of self-doubt fading under displacing triumph. You recall the prophecy that God would send someone wealthy and loving to help you unlock what you couldn't on your own. In the hush of your heart, gratitude and awe settle in. Without a backward glance, you stride onto the sidewalk. The lock has turned. The door is wide open. Ahead lies tomorrow, shining with fresh opportunities that beckon you to claim them. Overhead, a lone hawk circles against the sky, regal and free. And you too are free, unburdened, unstoppable, and ready to walk straight through every gateway destiny places before you.